were several moments from the debate last night that really point to the ineptitude and lack of preparation that Donald Trump gave to this debate. And it should be, by extension, a reason why he's not ready to be president of the United States, that he's not ready to be a leader of the world. Not the leader of the world, a leader of our world. And one of the moments that showed his lack of preparation is the fact that, look, there are a series of questions that you're going to get asked. There's certain topics that you just know are going to come up, and you should have, at the very least, a lazy, canned answer. Donald Trump, he gave no effort to committing any of that to memory. And one of these moments was him providing a soundbite for the ages, talking about what his plan is for healthcare for Americans. A very serious, very heady, very wonky policy topic that he just can't navigate because he doesn't got it. And he's being asked about what his plan is, that during his administration, we were 2 weeks away or 3 weeks away, or very shortly, we're going to have our plan, our healthcare plan. And later, I'm going to show you a moment, remind you of a moment that surely you remember from his administration. But this is where he drops, I have the concepts of a plan. Not the same, Donald. Not the same as a plan if you have concepts of a plan. But here's the moment where he's continuing to talk, he's rambling, he's not finding his way, he gets pressed, he says the stupid thing, but also says some other things along the way that we're going to talk about. Watch this.
I had a choice to make. Do I save it and make it as good as it can be, or do I let it rot? And I saved it. I did the right thing. But it's still never going to be great, and it's too expensive for people. And what we will do is we're looking at different plans. If we can come up with a plan that's going to cost our people, our population, less money and be better health care than Obamacare, then I would absolutely do it. But until then, I'd run it as good as it can be run.
So just a yes or no, you still do not have a plan?
I have concepts of a plan. I'm not president right now.
Concepts of a plan. Fantastic. Good job. Way to go. Concepts of a plan. Also, well, I'm not president yet. Shouldn't you have the plans to present to the American people in this job interview so we can choose you over Kamala Harris, Donald Trump? Isn't that how it works? Now, listen, he should have a plan having been president. Remember the moment when 60 Minutes came to the White House? Went to the White House, interviewed Donald Trump, and in the middle of it, he stormed out of the interview with Leslie Stahl like a toddler. Just, I'm sad, I'm angry, you're not being nice to me. The most powerful person on the earth, the President of the United States, in his own house, on his own turf, ran away from Leslie Stahl. And then in his absence, I'll play that a little later. But first, him being petulant.
Do you think that your tweets and your name calling are turning people off?
No, I think I wouldn't be here if I didn't have social media. But the media is fake. And frankly, if I didn't have social media, I'd have no way of getting out my voice.
Do you know what you told me a long time ago when I asked why you keep saying fake media?
Yeah.
You said to me, I say that because I need to discredit you so that when you say negative things about me, no one will believe you.
I don't have to discredit you.
But that's what you told me.
You've discredited yourself.
You know, I didn't want to have this kind of angry...
Of course you did.
No, I didn't.
Of course you did.
No, I didn't.
Well, then you brought up a lot of subjects that
Well, I said
were
I'm going to ask you
inappropriately brought
tough
up.
questions.
They were inappropriately brought up right from the beginning. No, your first question was, this is going to be tough questions.
Why?
You don't ask Joe Biden. I saw your interview with Joe, the interview with Joe Biden.
I never did a Joe Biden interview.
Joke. The interview, 60 Minutes. I see Joe Biden giving softball after softball. I've seen all of his interviews. He's never been asked a question that's hard.
Okay, but forget him for a minute.
No, but you start with me.
You're president. And
excuse me, Leslie, you started with me. Your first statement was, are you ready for tough questions?
Are you?
That's no way to talk. It's no way to talk.
Leslie, one second.
At this point, one of our producers interrupted to advise about the time remaining in the interview.
I think we have enough of an interview here, Hope. Okay, that's enough. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go meet for 2 seconds, okay? Thanks. I'll see you in a little while. Thanks.
Be careful.
And after he left, never to return, Kayleigh McEnany, the paid liar at the time, press secretary, came in with this giant bound book, a massive, heavy book, gave it to Leslie Stahl and said, here you go. Here's the president's health care plan. Not a concept of a plan. Here is the plan. There was only one problem.
We were scheduled to take a walk with the president around the White House grounds.
I've got a lot of questions I didn't ask.
While we waited to see if the president was coming back,
Rich?
his press secretary, Kayleigh McEnany, came in with a hand delivery.
Leslie, the president wanted me to deliver his health care plan. It's a little heavy.
Oh my God, this is his health care plan?
Yes.
Okay, Kayleigh, thank you.
You're welcome, and the vice president will be with you shortly.
Okay. And the president's not coming back?
The president's giving you a lot of time.
That only one problem being the fact that the pages were empty. There was no plan. It was such just a representation of Donald Trump's being, his person, who he is, his ethos, but also his term as president. It was this big looking thing that was fucking empty. The pages were empty. It was blank. Page after page after page. Zero substance. Nothing there. So when he has, I have a concept of a plan. No, he doesn't. It's another deal where every 2 weeks, we're going to have our healthcare plan. We're going to have our healthcare plan. The only plan was to repeal Obamacare because of racist machinations, the birtherism bullshit, and all of the things that sparked the Tea Party's existence. Racism is what fueled him into the presidency. It's what fueled him through the presidency and is what he thinks is going to propel him back to the presidency. The sad news for Donald Trump is the vast majority of Americans don't buy into that nonsense. Most people are not racist. Most people care about their neighbors. Most people reject Donald Trump's whole deal, up to and including the fake ass plans or the concepts of the plans. Anyway, what do you think? Do you have a concept of a comment that you'd like to leave? You can leave your concept below. That would be great. You can also call with your concepts of ideas, 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. If you have a concept for helping support this work, I'm really running with the bit, right? Help support the work. Help me produce these videos. $2 a month. You can click the join button below. That would be great. You can also, even better, because Patreon takes way less of a cut, you can go to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. It's just like a channel membership. It's just over on Patreon. Help support the podcast. Help support this work here. All of it goes into the same pool of support, I guess. Anyway, I'm on social media @Dollemore. I'd love to see you there, and I will see you next time. Until then, be genuine. Not a concept of genuine. Be genuine and take care of one another.